Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna have some fun. That is, we're gonna do a little experiment, or we're gonna begin a long-term experiment. So let's get started. I'm hoping that I can get this all in a reasonably short video. Easier said than done, guys. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna get these Ross Creek Tropicals planted, right? These are the star apples, or kaimito, and the abiu, right? We're gonna get those planted, but not in the ground. Sorry, not out in the open. We're gonna put them in the ground, but enclosed. And what does that all mean? Well, it means, you'll see soon, hang on. Let's grab them. Let's grab these two first, the two little abius. It's the weekend, so it's a little noisy with kids and traffic. Here they are. We are going to put these babies all the way back there. But before I go in there, or before I get started in there, I need to do some clearing up. Yeah, I'm excited for another experiment. Guys, I've been asked, why don't I grow trees that are easy or suited to my climate, like apples and lemons? It's boring, that's why. I get bored with growing cherries and plums. They're too easy, there's no challenge. For me, the fun, the real fun, is in trying to grow this. And most of you have never heard of this, right? And because you haven't heard of it, guys, nor had I, by the way, until 10 years ago, the challenge is, the reason why you've never heard of it is because it comes from another part of the world that is, how shall I say this? Sometimes I get stuck for words. It's like fruit from another planet. Now, if you go to the Philippines or Vietnam, this fruit is as common as apples are in Australia. How's that? Now, you try to find the words I'm looking for. Yeah. Language is not my strength, guys. So I'll leave it up to the experts. Okay, one last tree. We're going to plant 4. I should have got a sour sop also, but I can do that later. That would be 5, right? The troublemakers. The troublemakers are abiu, star apple, rambutan, mangosteen, durian, cacao. The troublemakers meaning trees that will not refuse to grow here because they're not meant to, guys. They're not meant to grow here. Just like cherries are not meant to grow in Thailand. All right, so I haven't opened this greenhouse at all in 2024. Well, I might have opened it at the beginning in January, in sometime last summer, and I didn't use it. I just opened it to have a look. Oh, okay, this is stuck. Okay, it's heavy. And the other thing is, My neighbor here got a big pine tree removed last autumn, around May. A really, really tall pine tree. And fragments of that pine tree struck my greenhouse here. Hang on, let me see if I can show you the damage. See that? That hole? Yeah. One of the pine needle, whatever, branches, like, went flying in there and caused that damage. But I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I'm happy that that pine tree is gone, because that's sunrise. That there is sunrise at Fruitopia. And because the tree was so big, I used to miss out on the first 3 hours of sunlight between 6 and 9 a.m. I used to lose 3 hours of sunlight in the morning because of this friggin' 50-year-old pine tree. Not 50, 80-year-old pine tree. It was the largest pine tree in my whole city. And it was right next door. So a little hole like that, I'm not going to complain about. Now, some people might complain about everything, right? They probably would complain about it. I got 3 hours extra sunlight. That's how I see it. I see the positive side of it, guys. So what I'm trying to say here is that oh, there's another hole. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that hole, so I got 2 of them. So there must have been. And by the way, when it happened, I wasn't home. I was traveling. I didn't see any of the removal. All right, let's get the zippers opened. And I have to do it with 2 hands, otherwise I'll break it. Okay. So the idea here, guys, is, wow, it's so hot in here. Oh my gosh. The idea here is to use this. It's very hot in here. It's like 18 outside. Let me see. Hang on. Yeah, 18 outside Celsius. But in here it feels like 22 to 23. I'm not sure. I've got one of the old sensors here from the good old days when I used to use this as a greenhouse. I haven't used it as a greenhouse for over 2 years. Anyway, so what happened here last summer, and you saw it in one of the videos, somehow, I don't know how, but this whole area was covered with tomato seeds. I don't know how the tomato seeds got in here. And it was a tomato forest, but it happened in winter. So the plants never eventuated into fruit. We never got any fruit. And then the cold killed the plants. Anyway, so what I'm going to do in here is, yeah, papaya. This is when I try to grow papaya in here. Oh man, papaya is just as hard to grow here as star apple. Fruiting papaya, not the plants. We're talking about the fruit, guys, not the trees. Trees are easy to grow, but they die before the fruit comes. So, yeah, I'm gonna clean this up without wasting too much time on the video. Okay, I threw all the mess under the Rollinia tree, and this is all clean now, ready to plant into. I took out the 2 pots that were there, and as you can see, I've been trying with star apple. What does it say? 2020, 4 years ago, and go back another 4 years before that, when I initially began. So it's been a long ride. And guys, as I said in the beginning, that's what excites me. This experiment I'm gonna do today excites me more, 100 times more, than growing mandarins or mulberries. Too easy. Come on. Okay, so there's our gang of 4. And like I said, there should have been number 5, being the soursop. So what I'm going to do... Oh, and by the way, this is... plastic. All around here. All this is plastic. And even out there. When I first created this bed, I had it with plastic up to here, and the rest I didn't cover, right? Because I was going to plant big trees in there, like bananas. So I covered the plastic area, plastic roll. I had a roll of plastic only for this area around the greenhouse. And recently I had to put mulch down because my neighbor's weeds came under and through the plastic. So I emptied a whole bunch of wood chips around here. And now, guys, we're going to plant our, and this is all shredded. This is the insect netting, right? Remember, this greenhouse is 4 years old. I think the lifespan for this material is 5 years. So we got maybe 1 year left before that hole becomes a big hole that you can stick your head through. But the framework, this framework, it's galvanized, so it should be good for at least 10 years. So I'll just have to order another plastic cover if it gets really bad. And the plastic cover shouldn't be more than 50 bucks. Oh, there's a thermometer. It's dropped down to 18 in here because I've had the door open, the flap. Yeah, so it's the same now as outside. I should have checked the thermometer when I got in here, but I forgot that I had it there. It's been sitting there for 4 years. See how these keep working forever, unlike the electronic ones that don't? I bet you the battery on that is corroded. Alright guys, so I'm going to start planting those sooks now. One in each corner, one there, one here, and one here. And in the middle, I'm hoping to put a soursop. I'll have to grab a soursop from, I was hoping Vu. He's got the big ones. Vu's got the big soursops, at least 3 years old. Whereas Daly's and Ross Creek, they only have little soursops like this. A 1 year old, right? So we'll see how we go with that. And I'm talking about Vu from Marketplace, in case you don't know who Vu is. And if I remember correctly, this greenhouse is 2 meters by 2 meters, something like that. So 6 feet by 6 feet. So I've scraped the mulch off of the I can't remember the name of this plastic, but anyway, you guys know what I mean. The plastic roll, right? So now I'm just gonna puncture it with a shovel and get planting. Okay, so we have used the box cutter to cut out the plastic, right? Because the shovel wouldn't go through the plastic. It was very thick. I forgot that I did a double layer across the whole ground, not just a single. So I couldn't penetrate with a shovel, believe it or not. Looks like I'm dealing with clay. There's some clay, well, a lot of clay in the soil here. Not good. Not good for sooks. Now, if I was planting a plum tree or an apple tree, there's never a problem. It's always the tropicals that are fussy, that don't like clay. These are clay, man. This is clay. It's like Play-Doh, like dough. Like dough. That's root rot waiting to happen, right? But again, apples don't give a damn what you plant them in, so long as you don't overwater it, right? So guys, we have a dilemma. It's 50% clay and 50% loam, the good stuff, roughly half. This stuff here is the problem. The clay, the rubbery soil, which doesn't let water through, doesn't let drainage. And I don't have any gypsum handy. So what I have to do, guys, and I don't have any sand, I ran out of everything, is put something in here to mix it up. All right, let's do that. Okay. I've got a mound of soil over at the corner down there, which I can grab, native soil. But first I have to empty the rainfall that we got from the last rain. 40 millimeters of rain. So I can use a wheelbarrow. Okay, some lucky tree is going to get that rainwater. The black sapote got it the other day. So that's what we do, guys. Always up to mischief with the trees. This is the mound of soil that I've had collecting here for the last 10 years or more, 15 years. So I just grabbed from here. This is all native from the location here. Okay, nice hole and nice soil. Right? Very, very, very little trace of clay. Nice. There's some oddballs in here, rocks and what have you, right? But not a big deal. We can deal with that as we use it. There's, yeah, a few more rocks here. Look at it, it's like powder. Look. Beautiful. So that's what I've used, guys, over the years when I didn't have gypsum. And this one. This lasts forever. I've had this for over 2 years. This is perlite, right? I gave the rainwater to the Picatin avocado. I should have saved it for the new trees I'm planting. I wasn't thinking. Okay, Kim's calling me for lunch, so lunch break. All right, lunch had. Let's continue. Oh, look at this little cutie pie. Hello, hello, Mr. Pepino. Looks like you're going to be the first one. Nice. Oh, wow. We're doing weightlifting too. Okay. Oh, it's nice and sunny in here in the greenhouse now. It's almost the end of the day. Okay, so I mixed in the native soil with some of the clay in all 4 holes, right? And I just noticed I could have used these 2 old pots that were in the greenhouse where I had the papayas. That's all native soil mixed with perlite. I forgot all about it. Duh. I wasn't focused, guys. But doesn't matter. Right now I've got spare for the next time I plant. Alright, so now I'm going to put the trees in and mound them. By the way, because there's not going to be any rain in here falling, there's very little chance of over saturation unless I overwater them. But I'm going to really closely monitor my watering, not the rain. There's not going to be any rain. So because of that, I don't have to go all out with big mounds, because this will be like planting in the tropics. Very similar. In the tropics, you don't need a mound like you do here where I am, because first of all, the soil there is well draining, fast draining. It's mostly sand. And secondly, everything grows real quick there. Before the trees get a chance to have root issues with too much rainfall, they've already grown up, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm thinking about this kind of depth. Remember, this is a very deep pot, right? It's not like these little ones. See these little ones? No, these are much bigger pots. These ones here. So That's a good 10-inch pot depth wise. So half of it's in the ground, and the top half where the feeder roots are will be above the ground. That's what we're aiming for, guys. And then we're gonna mount it. Okay, this is very root bound, the star apple. Hang on, let me see if I can show you underneath. Right, very root bound. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen those a little bit. Okay, I don't normally do this, but there are exceptions when the roots are really tight. I soak it in water, so I have to do this now for any one of these plants that's root bound. Yeah, see here you can see how big the pot is. It's the same as this 10-liter bucket of water. So that was quite an advanced tree, even though it's only 4 feet. Yeah, it's about 4 feet. 1.2 meters. Yeah, so yeah, it's got a nice trunk on it. Everything's good about it. It looks a little thirsty, but that's how these tropicals look until they get new foliage. The new foliage is where it's at. And I'm talking about new foliage. Something's going on here. Hang on. There, and there. Hang on. Yeah, can you see that? 1, 2, 3. So there is new growth coming, and when that opens, that's when the tree looks pretty. Right now it looks rough. Looks like it's been in a cyclone. That's been 10 minutes in the water, and I loosened all the sides here, as you can see, gently, so that can go in. Wow, the other star apple's root bound too, and super dry. So that too now will go in the water for 10 minutes. Let that soak. It's gonna get a nice soak. Okay. Meanwhile, I got the abuse in. They were easy. They were very small. Hardly any roots. Very, very few roots underneath. So these are babies. Hopefully they grow over summer into a decent size. Well, at least as big as the star apple there. Twice the size, let's say, and then take it from there. But I don't like this flap that's broken here, right? I'm not talking about summer, I'm talking about winter. In winter, we're gonna have problems. The Velcro isn't working too well, so we'll just play it by ear, guys. The same with that hole with the cement. We'll just see what happens. Remember, another thing that's important here, before you write your comments regarding big mistake, George, dumb idea, disaster that can be averted if you act now. Remember, guys, all you doomsdayers, you know who you are. That problem there won't be a problem once these trees die. The chances of any of these trees surviving next winter, June, July 2025, are, let's see, around 20% chance of success. What I'm doing here, you heard right, only has a 20% chance of success. Wow, why'd you spend $200? Because I like challenges. I think I already said that, didn't I? Yeah. And to be even more clear, there's no way I would be planting a cold climate fruit tree there, like an apple, plum, or anything easy. You know those easy trees? No way would I be planting a tree there, because I know it'll be 100% success, guys. And not only that, it would be 100 times faster in growing than this tree. So that would be a dumb idea. Then you can call me dumb. All right, we're gonna use this soil here that I completely forgot about, which was already pre-mixed from last year. Duh, I forgot. Native soil with perlite, George. It's all right. It's fun, right? Okay, we're done. Just got to water them in now. That one's raised above grade the most, at least 4 inches. That one 2, maybe 3 inches, and these only 1 or 2 inches above grade, the abiu. So as I said, there's not going to be a flood of water in here from the rain, because there's not going to be any rain. I'm going to be the rain. Hi, I'm the rain for these guys. So let's water them in, give them their first drink. Okay, I emptied this 10-liter bucket of water equally between them, so that's let's say 2 liters each. That one drained within 5 seconds. That one hasn't drained yet, and it's been 1 minute. That one hasn't drained yet fully, and nor is that one. So 3 of them haven't drained. This one drained straight away, the one that's raised the highest. So we might have to make some adjustments. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but I'm not going to give them any more water today on their first drink, just to make sure that the water completely drains, right? And then we'll check again tomorrow, and then we'll check again the day after. We'll check every day for the first week, and then we'll learn how much to give them, how much water to give them. And then, guys, after 2 weeks, I'll compost them. I'll give them compost, their first food from outside. Remember, the soil has already got minerals in it. You can get away without adding anything, by the way. And that's the video, guys. I'm done. I'm pooped. That was a nice workout. I got to use half of that pot that was there, and I used all of this. I just put back in there the clay soil, and I can't lift this now. This is the clay that I pulled out. That weighs a ton. That's at least 50 kilos, 100 pounds of clay dirt in that grow bag. Wow. Oh boy. And before I go, I just checked again. After 2 minutes, all 4 trees had their water drained. The water had drained away after 2 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes tops. So that's pretty good. 3 minutes, right? On all of them. This one, 5 seconds. I think we're good, guys. We're not going to have any waterlogging issues, because remember, I'm the rain. And before I finish off, one last thing I just remembered. Give this guy a trim. He's a bit of a hippie. We don't like hippies, do we? No. Haircut for you. I could stand it up, I guess. Oh, there's the golden leaves of the chrysophilos, which is the Greek word for star apple. It means golden leaf. By the way, Greek is my native language, in case some of you didn't know. Yeah, let's cut it. Let's cut it there and there. That's a big cut, George. Well, it was a hippie tree. I love the golden leaves. The standout trait of Kaimito. This one I'm not gonna cut because it's getting new growth. This is the other star apple, right? Is this one getting anything? Yeah, it's getting something over here. So we'll leave that. Okay guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did with this video. And give us a like if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And by the way, it's also two meters tall. So if these ever get to 2 meters, I should go in the local newspaper. Yeah, George has got towering star apples and abus in Melbourne, and they've just reached the roof of his greenhouse at 6 feet, at 2 meters. That'll be fun, won't it? But of course, everyone's going to focus on the on that tree there, that it's too close to that cement. That's how the human mind works, guys. It always focuses on the negative. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to close the flap now and go and wash up. Bye, guys.